Good morning. My name is Carl Mehta. I'm the founder and CEO of EdCast. The problem that we solve for is the discovery problem of curated content on the internet. So about 2.5 billion pieces of content gets uploaded every single day on the internet. And it's almost impossible to find what you need to learn today or every single day. And this was a pain point that I personally felt before starting EdCast. I was a venture capitalist, and throughout the day, just like any other knowledge workers, I had at least 3 meetings in 3 different fields to understand the technology, understand the businesses, and I just couldn't find where do I go to hundreds and thousands of sites. So the solution came out of my own personal pain point, and then we started building it at Stanford. So we were founded at Stanford University, fairly young company, only about 3.5, 4 years in business. We built the platform, which is very consumer first, because it was built first as me as a user. And then later on, we went to the enterprise because we found that the enterprises have much bigger problem because it is not just this external content, the 2.5 billion pieces of content uploaded on the web, but there is trillions of terabytes of content internally that discovery problem has not been solved. So if you combine the external content, the internal content, and then also subject matter expert content, it is a huge broken problem, over $150 billion problem. So that's just a quick snapshot on who we are. We're headquartered in Mountain View, about 150 people, and about 50 of the Fortune 500 companies today use EdCast as their platform for aggregation, curation, personalization, and tracking of content. I mean, most of you are familiar with this, but the reason why we are where we are is with this, the workforce changing, the work is changing, how tech is changing everything. So one way to describe us is the Netflix of knowledge and learning. I authored an article that was published in TechCrunch, so if you care to read about it more in terms of what the problem statement is, how we solve it, how we look at it, what really Spotify and Apple Music does in aggregation, curation, personalization in the music space, what Netflix and Hulu does in the entertainment space, what Bloomberg tries to bring, aggregation, curation, personalized content for financial. That's what basically EdCast does, and it's described in that article on TechCrunch. How we do it, as I mentioned, there is 5 different buckets of content. There's content sitting in formal learning systems that are hard to discover, hard to find. There's content sitting inside the tacit knowledge of the subject matter experts. There is internal content sitting inside SharePoints and boxes of the world, which are almost impossible to find. They're not curated against a taxonomy, against a set of taxonomy that your users need to do their actual work. Free and open content, and as well as premium content. So the key is really to leverage AI, and we actually acquired an AI company 2 years back based in Silicon Valley, founded by 2 very well-known AI scientists, Michael Tolson and Brad DeGraff. And what it does is applies all the most contemporary AI technology, NLP, machine learning, the user actions, driven from various different data points, both explicit and implicit signals that are all combined on a real-time basis and drives that personalization. There's a big taxonomy piece around it to understand the roles and the goals and the skills that are required, and understand, most importantly, the context of what the user is working on, and trying to compress that distance between the working and the learning so that you can get highly contextualized content against what you're working on. The platform is available in multiple touch points. So we started as mobile first. There's a web app, there's an in-app, there is a AI coach that is available to drive that engagement over your messaging platforms that you use at your enterprise. We've also pushed our content Knowledge Cloud to various AR and VR devices. So we are really touchpoint agnostics in terms of any device that people like to use. And then there's various use cases that we enable, from onboarding to achievements to upskilling to, so these are all various different I'll just walk through various different touch points. One of the things that we are seeing a great expansion is beyond the internal employees in an enterprise. We were recently have launched several large government level upskilling programs. So the World Economic Forum announced a skill set program to train over 1 million plus users worldwide, and that is powered by EdCast platform. In India, the government of India and the NASSCOM announced a program to upskill 4 million people in technology skilling, and that is powered again by EdCast platform using our entire ecosystem of partners. Just a quick screenshot of what the product looks like on mobile. This is a big ecosystem because if you see, this is the jungle that an average knowledge worker has to go through every single day. These are all the different enterprise systems where EdCast fits in from end to end. And yeah, this is finally, the core ROI piece here is that helping knowledge workers to improve their LTV, which is the lifetime value in terms of your knowledge and your learning and your skills and what the market demands for your particular role. And essentially, you get an ROI in an enterprise system within less than 12 months. So thank you, and happy to take any questions later on.